The Wabash Valley's only lifestyle and entertainment show. This is Good Day Live.
And it is a good day, isn't it? Nice and warm and sunny out there. We deserve it, right? Welcome to Good Day Live. I'm Mike Tank. On today's show, the return of Mardi Gras, the parade that is in New Orleans. We'll take an up-close look at some of the floats. It's Tax Tips Tuesday, and we're talking about how to handle your small business. Plus, a young man whose birthday gift for his girlfriend has gone viral. All that is coming up, but first, today's Good Health segment is brought to you by Horizon Health. Horizon Health is offering discounted health screenings at its Paris clinic in March. Those screenings will be held Friday, March 11th from 7 to 9 in the morning. You can receive blood pressure, blood sugar, and a lipid panel, which checks your cholesterol and triglycerides. The cost for all three screenings, just $25. Appointments are required. Screenings are, of course, an important way for you to keep tabs on your health, and knowing your numbers could help prevent a life-threatening medical emergency.
Heart disease is the #1 killer in the nation. In particular, it's the #1 killer in women as well.
Dr. Pitts with ADCA says being aware of your risk of heart failure is key.
Heart disease and cardiovascular disease in general also includes even hypertension, which is a strong risk factor for heart disease.
Other risk factors include diabetes, obesity, high blood pressure, among others.
Sometimes we hear about, chest pain. That's sort of the classic, or pressure in your chest. But for women, it can be pretty atypical. It can be just shortness of breath. It can be fatigue. It can be nausea. It can be just breaking out into a sweat.
Dr. Pitt says those symptoms usually happen when you're exercising or doing something physical.
Yeah, I think there's a big misconception that heart disease is a sort of a man's disease, but that's not true at all. I had a patient in her early 40s, healthy, hiking, was having just shoulder discomfort. She thought it was from her backpack and it was sore. And then she ended up coming into the emergency room because it wasn't getting any better, and she had a heart attack.
Dr. Pitt's message: it can happen to women and young, healthy women. So how to keep a healthy heart? The American Heart Association has 7 simple steps. Managing blood pressure, controlling cholesterol, and getting active are some of the most important ones.
Those are good. Other steps, as you saw there, include managing your blood sugar, eating a balanced diet, and maintaining a healthy weight. Heartwarming story now. WTWO and First Farmers Bank and Trust just awarded another Teacher of the Month. Take a look at this special day.
Walking to the lady up hallway. All right, stop by here, okay? All right, thank you. Where's here?
Hello, Mrs. Rhodes. I'm Jamie Amodio with First Farmers Bank and Trust, and we're here to give you this check for winning the Teacher of the Month for WTWO's Teacher of the Month sponsorship. So, congratulations, you guys. Teacher is the Teacher of the Month. So this was a good surprise. Very good. Congratulations. Here is
Oh my goodness.
We have several hundred that have been nominated, and you have won for the month of February, so congratulations. This is certainly a great honor. We appreciate all the effort that you've put into teaching. We know how difficult it is. And
Oh my gosh.
so,
I'm getting shocked. I don't
oh, it's okay.
Wow.
Well, it's
I don't know of a better selection. Miss Rhodes comes every day, and she's such a blessing. Her students love her. Her Sarah Scott family loves her.
I had no idea that was going to happen. I think my kids were as surprised as me. Thank you. Thank you so much. It means the world to me.
I'll tell you what, every month it gets better and better, just seeing the smiles on the faces, the principals that we see, the students in the classrooms when they all see their teacher has won this amazing award. It's great to be able to go out in the community. Keep the nominations coming in, because you can tell that, the teachers certainly appreciate this, and I think the students do as well, and everybody wants to see, these teachers get rewarded for a job well done.
Now that's the kind of story that will put a smile on anyone's face. And if you would like to nominate a special teacher in your life, just log on to our contest section of our website. That's, of course, mywabashvalley.com. Pretty cool, right? Well, with all the craziness in the world, it might be easy to forget, but today is Fat Tuesday, the conclusion of Mardi Gras. 1 year after the pandemic forced New Orleans to all but cancel its famous carnival, the parades are rolling and the beads, well, they're flying once again.
There is just nothing quite like the magic of a Mardi Gras morning here in the Big Easy. And what better way to celebrate than by taking a stroll alongside the stars of the show this year. We're talking about the floats. These all belong to the Rex organization. They're celebrating 150 years of Mardi Gras, and this is a really big year because last year the pandemic all but canceled the famous parades here in New Orleans. This year, the party is back, but with some safety caveats. And that means that if you ride on one of these floats or if you go into some of the establishments here in New Orleans, you'll have to provide either proof of vaccination or have a negative COVID test. And speaking of those tests, city organizers tell me that they've been handing out tens of thousands of free COVID tests throughout the Mardi Gras festivities, almost handing them out just like beads. And we know that right now, the city of New Orleans also has mask rules in place in certain areas for bars and restaurants. But the main message to everyone coming back to the city to celebrate this year, be safe, but have a good time as well. This is really part of the soul of the city here, and you can just get a sense of the craftsmanship on every one of these floats that take a year to construct. Everyone telling me that it's good to be back, and they can't wait to finally get back out on the streets, show off their hard work, and soak up that Mardi Gras magic. Morgan Chesky, NBC News, New Orleans.
He's absolutely right. I've been there many occasions. I've visited there, done business there. Mardi Gras is something special and very unique. Check it out if you ever have the chance. Also, red beans and rice and the king cakes. Very good. Well, many people started small businesses or side jobs during the pandemic, and those will change the way you do your taxes. We have some important information next. And then later, an app created as a present turns out to be the next big photo app on phones. Dan?
Well, we have got a really nice day out there. Temperatures running 20 degrees or warmer than normal. How long will that last? We'll let you know.
Brampton Brick, building patriotism for future generations.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm attorney Mike Ellis at Ellis Law. We know it's been a tough year for all of us, but we're here. For all your legal needs, give us a call at 812-234-9000. Accidents, bankruptcy, criminal, or divorce, give us a call at Ellis Law, 812-234-9000. And remember, Ellis Law does it all.
In times like these, you need to call Mike Ellis.
This is Valley Ag Today with your host, Tom McClanahan.
Hello and welcome to Valley Ag Today. Howard Brown is with me from Illini IFS, and today we're talking about yields, and sustainable yields is the key, right?
Oh, you bet, Tom. And we can talk about high yields. And the winner of the National Corn Growers Contest was 602 bushels.
600 bushels the acre. But that wasn't necessarily good.
No, it's not always good because it may cost more to raise that or to achieve that level than it is to make it. So what I like to approach is what we refer to as components of sustainable high yield. Take the farmer in incremental steps, and that way he can make it profitable as he learns how to raise higher yields and then keep those yields.
How does it mean that the input stays the same, or relatively so, to achieve similar?
No, it's the inputs change, but there's 5 components. Number 1 is nitrogen. Number 2 is going to be genetics. Number 3 is going to be plant stand. 4 is plant health, and the final one is other nutrients. And in each one of those, we've done a lot of on-farm discovery projects to learn what direction to go.
There you go. And your field is critical to FS's, Illini IFS's effort in making sure that those yields.
You bet.
Thank you, Howard, and thank you for joining us on Valley Ag Today.
Beautiful day out there as you check out the Gerber Post Buildings weather cam. A lot of sunshine. We'll see a few clouds around the area as well. Now, here's what we're tracking on the weather headlines. A little bit of everything coming into this forecast. A few days in the 60s, dry rest of the week. Storms Sunday, and a more active weather pattern coming up next week, it looks like. We know we'll see a cool down right now at the airport. 64. Humidity's low at 35%. Winds out of the west-southwest at 11, and pressure is falling. March 1, the start of meteorological spring. The monthly average for precip, 3.52. And we're going to be a few more days of dry weather before we worry about that. Now, as far as area rivers, they continue to fall, approaching more flood stage here at Terre Haute by the end of the week. Low temps running in the 30s, even to 40 over at Mattoon, so fairly comfortable weather for this time of year. Look at all those highs in the 60s today. Very mild weather. We're at 65 right now here at the studios, and the current temp's pretty close to those highs. We have a 68 at Flora, 67 Effingham, really mild weather. Now, as far as the next 12 to 24 hours, there you see the temperature trend. Cool off tomorrow, cool seasonal levels tonight. Not a bad night at all, though. And then another day tomorrow, back in the 60s. Winds pretty steady out of the west-southwest. 12 miles an hour at the airport, 12 over at Effingham, 15 Robinson. But when you're in the 60s, you don't worry about a wind chill. Metro View, a few clouds out there, but for the most part, no issues coming up tonight. If you want to go out, temps will be slowly falling, and by mid-evening, back into the 40s, but fairly comfortable weather. Pretty calm day across the U.S. Some snow and rain up in the northeast. Much of the country, dry. Not even a lot of cloud cover out there. You can see for us, some showers skirting through the region in northeast Indiana into Ohio. That's going away from us. Here locally on satellite and radar, you can see not a lot of cloudiness. Again, the rain's to the northeast of us. Now, over the next 48 hours on Futurecast, we'll stay dry. It's just a question of cloud cover day and night time. And don't really see anything in the way of precipitation right away, I don't think, until late in the week. Now, you saw some stuff just skirting on northeastern counties, getting up around Covington and I-74. I think that'll stay up there, so we'll keep it dry for the time being. Here we go on the 7-day precipitation map. Here we go for Saturday night into Sunday. That's when we'll start to see an increased chance of showers with a few storms around on Sunday. Too early to say if any of those are going to be on the strong side. We'll stay mild for a bit, but look what happens as we go into next week. Here comes that surge of cold Canadian air back in the picture, so the cool down just around the corner. Could be a more active week next week. Now tonight, 32 under clear skies. Not a bad evening out there. And tomorrow, as you head out to work or school, you'll see a nice warm up again into the 60s. 65, a lot of sunshine out there on the 7-day forecast. We have one cool down day Thursday as the cold front pushes through, and then we warm back up. Look for rain late Saturday into Sunday and Monday, and then, boy, next week back into the 40s, and it looks like the colder weather returns again.
Yeah, up and down time of year. All right, thank you, Dan. Well, it is Tax Tips Tuesday time, and if you own a small business or have a side hustle for extra money, this one is for you. Our Tim Sanders is joined by Lori Carpenter of Stadler & Company Tax Service.
Well, Lori's here from Stadler Tax Company, and it's Tax Tuesday. Lori, good afternoon.
Good to be here.
Hey, let's talk about, first off, small business, or if you got a side hustle. When does it become taxable?
If you make over $600 and your intention is to have a profit, you are already taxable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you've got, maybe if you're selling baskets or you're selling Tupperware, that sometimes can get over that $600. So it's important to file.
Right. And underneath that $600, you still may have to pay tax on it. You just may report it a little bit differently.
Okay. What are some important things that people need to save throughout the year for filing?
So one of the big things is any receipts. So all of your expenses are a deduction. Anything that you need to run your business is a deduction from what you have to pay tax on. But if there's an audit with the IRS, you need to be able to prove that you had those expenses. So keep your receipts for everything.
All right, so if you're running an office out of your home, what types of things are deductible? Is utilities, phone? What are some things people should look at?
This is one of those small areas that you can deduct your seemingly the personal expenses of your home. But if you have an office, it needs to be exclusively for your home office. And then that portion of everything you do to the house, whether it's utilities, your mortgage, interest, depreciating the house, repairs, if you have to replace your HVAC unit or something, that portion, whatever the portion the room is, gets to be deducted as part of your home office. In addition, you can also, anything that you put in there, your furnishings, your wall decor, all of that is 100% deductible.
Okay. And what would you recommend for people, how do you document what's in those rooms, and what's the best way so that you do get an audit to show to the government?
I always ask clients for pictures of their room or their area so that I have that on file and I can say, yes, I've seen at least a picture of it, so it does look like it's exclusive and would qualify for the deduction.
What about during the pandemic, if you've received any funding from the government, or let's say you've ever received a grant from a community? What should businesses do for that?
Most of the time, those things are probably somewhere taxable. So you need to make sure that you know what kind of grant it is, whether there's a tax implication to it. Make sure you just report that to your tax preparer so they can make sure that it gets reported correctly.
And you help them throughout the entire year?
We do, yes.
So for more information, log on to mywabashville.com and click on Good Day Live. Lori, what's your location again?
It's at 3464 South 4th Street.
All right. Thank you very much, Lori.
My pleasure.
And thanks to Lori and Tim for that good information. And if you missed any of our Tax Tips Tuesday interviews, they can all be found in the Good Day Live section of our website. We are going to take a quick break, but we have a real modern love story that has gone viral.
The 22-year-old who created an app as a present for his girlfriend, now millions are using it. Why you might want to download it too in TechSmart.
All right, that's interesting. And as we go to break, here's a look at today's job board. Find job openings in the community on our website. If you are an employer, you can post a job as well.
Indiana State is fresh off 2 straight trips to the NCAA tournament and features a 2022 home schedule with 23 games, including a weekend series with Big 12 Kansas, midweek games with Purdue, Indiana, and Illinois, as well as home conference weekend series in the Valley with Illinois State, Evansville, Missouri State, and Dallas Baptist. For costs and more ticket information, contact Austin Bishop at 812-237-8972.
Looking for the best brands, the best selection, all at the best prices? Then Denver Mattress has you covered.
And during the 36-hour sale, check out the budget-friendly Summit Firm. Easy on the wallet for only $284.99. Shop our Doctor's Choice original lineup starting at only $664.99. Or get a free $300 gift when you purchase any Tempur-Pedic. Plus 5 years no interest and free shipping.
Shop the best of the best at the best prices. Only at Denver Mattress. The easiest way to get the right mattress.
We do everything from the sales to the installation. That's all we do. We're not like a big box. We do doors and openers only. Garage doors are a big part of the outside of most people's homes. We have a very wide range of products, from your very basic non-insulated door up to your custom wood doors, overhead doors, since they were the original. Really, they know what they're doing. Because that product has not changed, it's a tried and true system. We believe in it. We know it's good. It's been working for almost 100 years now, and it's going to keep working.
We asked you to nominate the women who have made an impact in your lives. And now, the 2022 Remarkable Women nominees have been chosen. The nominees are Betty Langford, Beth Hansel, Dr. Crystal M. Reynolds, and Lori Carpenter. Tune into WTWO and we'll tell the story of each of these women and find out what makes them so remarkable. Sisters of Providence, recognizing remarkable women.
Tech Tuesday, and we're talking with the 22-year-old behind the photo-sharing app called Locket. He originally made it for his girlfriend as a birthday present and as a way to share pics back and forth. And then it went viral. Now 5 million people have downloaded it.
What started out as a gift to his girlfriend,
I can take a picture and then send that to her,
has turned into quite the journey for 22-year-old Matt Moss.
In about 3 weeks, we did 5 million signups on the app.
Moss created an app called Lock It Widget as a simple way to exchange photos with his girlfriend, Ava.
We met at UCSB, and she was going back to school in the fall, but I had graduated.
The app puts a virtual photo frame on the iPhone's home screen.
My girlfriend sent me a picture of some chocolate chip pancakes earlier today.
Up to 10 trusted friends or family members can send snapshots that show up instantly.
The idea of being able to send pictures to each other's home screen seems really appealing. It's just, a nice way to stay in touch throughout the day.
The app has skyrocketed to a top spot in the App Store.
So I can scroll down and look back at all of these photos we've sent back and forth.
Millions now exchanging candid pics through the widget.
So every time you open your phone, you get this nice kind of surprise that comes out at you, which is, a new picture of your kid or your girlfriend or, a family member.
Snapshots must be taken on the fly.
When someone sends you something, it's very natural to just tap the widget and in 2 clicks, send a photo right back.
Moss says privacy is front and center. The app does not spam your friends with invites, and steps are taken to ensure photos remain secure. A modern love story written in code.
To build things that you really want, and if you really like it, then there's a good chance that other people will as well.
Moss, by the way, graduated in computer science, but says he learned to code apps from watching, of all things, YouTube tutorials. You can find a lot of things on YouTube. We are wrapping up the Warm Up Your Winter Sweepstakes with the Hoosier Lottery today, and we're announcing one more lucky winner. Congratulations to Leslie Elrod of Terre Haute, who is our 4th and final winner. She and 3 others won a prize pack from the Hoosier Lottery that includes $75 in Hot 7 scratch-offs. Our congratulations to Leslie and the other winners. Good job. Well, we are also wrapping up Fat Tuesday and Mardi Gras in style. We'll show you a photographer's vision of the amazing foods to be found during the festival, especially the king cakes. Good Day Live. We'll be right back.
When I was in my active addiction, it was like being an actress. I looked good, but inside I was dying. Recovery allows you to heal from a lot of things. I can look people in the eye today, whereas before I had to look down. And today, I look up. Addiction is a disease, treatment is out there, and recovery is possible. And I get to be who I am today. I get to be free.
The last couple of years have been filled with uncertainty and challenges. Don't let your tax filing be part of it. Uncertain about how the advanced child tax payments and other new tax laws will affect you? Stadler & Company, your hometown tax pros, are here year-round, keeping up with the tax law changes and how they will impact you. We can help you navigate your taxes. We are with you every step of the way.
Stadler, the tax pros.
Cold temperatures can wreak havoc on your vehicle. This season, keep your car safe with Finzel's MasterTech. Go to FinzelsMasterTech.com for valuable coupons that'll save you money. I'm Steve Finzel with Finzel's MasterTech. Car problems, we fix it.
Are you sitting at home or at work wondering what type of vehicles we have in stock at Yoakum Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat?
Get your phone out and scan this code.
Are you ready for a new vehicle but would like to get pre-qualified first to save a little time with the dealership?
Get your phone out and scan this code.
Did you just remember that your vehicle needs service and you need to make an appointment?
Get your phone out and scan this code.
Let us be your one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We are locally owned and operated for 60 years, just off Hart Street, next to Kohl's and Vincennes.
Did you scan that code yet?
Abrams, 9 o'clock, telling it like it is, now at a new time.
Here's where I'm coming from. Here's what I'm thinking.
Dan Abrams live at his new time, 9/8 Central. Weeknights on News Nation. News for all America.
An update on a convoy of truckers passing through the valley protesting COVID mandates. And those orange barrels, they're back. An update on spring construction project.
Well, as we showed you earlier, the Festival of Mardi Gras is wrapping up in high style today with parties and parades around the country. But there's one place that easily does it the best. That, of course, is New Orleans. And it's not just the parades and beads, but for some, the celebration is all about the food.
One photographer never has to ask his subjects to smile or say something cheesy like cheese. Even if you're taking a picture of cheese, your subjects just strike a pose.
Growing up in New Orleans, food isn't just breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's the ultimate art form to photograph here.
The perfect supermodel.
Okay, that looks good.
Around New Orleans, Randy Krause Schmidt is ready.
Okay, well that looks delicious. Let me get a little closer.
He's a food photographer, lately looking for a few good-looking king cakes.
Beautiful. How's that look? Beautiful. Do you like that one?
Working with freelance writer Matt Haynes.
Okay, let me try this angle.
Like a paparazzi photographer waiting for a Hollywood hero, Randy's got his camera set on a star, a king cake at Gracious Bakery.
Stay right there. That's great.
With so many sugar-coated snapshots, the icing on this cake is a book full of photos with words by Matt and pictures by Randy. It's the big book of king cake. It's a masterpiece of a menu that's really a storybook.
One of my favorite parts of food photography is collaborating with these talented bakers and help tell their story through their food.
On 368 pages.
And over 1,000 photographs.
A picture is a slice of life, and when the slice is a Louisiana king cake, there's no better bite on the Mardi Gras buffet.
Randy, what do you think we should do next? Maybe the big book of gumbo.
Lots of good food in New Orleans. All right, switching now from food to flowers. It is nearly cherry blossom time in our nation's capital. Up next, we'll find out when the flowers are expected to peak this season, just in case you wanted to see this beautiful sight in person.
When it comes to your loved ones, you would go the extra mile. Providence Healthcare, a nationally ranked community, provides quality rehab and long-term care just 5 miles from downtown Terre Haute. Call or visit us online to learn more. Our team would love to help you experience the healing today.
There's never been a better time to start hot tubbing. Hi, I'm Josh with Backyard Leisure. Check out these exclusive offers happening now, right here at Backyard Leisure.
Shop the Backyard Leisure Spring into Saltwater Hot Tub Sale and save up to 30% on all saltwater hot tubs.
If you're ready to make every day better, go to backyardleisure.com and schedule your wellness consultation right now. I'm Josh with Backyard Leisure. Hot tub, you need it.
The Hoosier Lottery is encouraging positive playing experiences. The excitement and anticipation of playing are better when you know the odds and expect fun. You'll get it every time. For odds education and access to a free financial literacy course, visit HoosierLottery.com. Because when you know your chances and always play informed, it's all fun and games. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
I'm Mike King. Join me every Monday morning during the first hour of the Today Show for Union Health Today. Health and wellness news you can use from the Wabash Valley's leading healthcare system. Brought to you by Union Health. Healthier together.
Graber Post Buildings is your proven leader in the metal building industry, providing only the best, top quality products at competitive prices with unmatched customer service. We have metal for virtually any building project. Our in-house professionals are here to answer questions you may have for your project. We also offer an on-site truss plant for custom roof trusses, a full-service lumber yard, and a do-it-best hardware store with quick and easy access to thousands of products. Visit Graber Post in Montgomery, Indiana, or online at graberpost.com.
All right, well, check out this beautiful picture from the Tidal Basin in D.C. Really beautiful, isn't it? It is truly a gorgeous sight. Cherry blossom season is just around the corner, and Washington, D.C. is the place to be. The National Blossom Festival, which is one of the capital's biggest tourist draws, will run from March 20th to April 17th this year. The National Park Service announced today that D.C.'s beloved cherry trees are expected to reach peak bloom from around March 22nd to the 25th. D.C.'s mayor is excited to welcome back visitors this year, along with the return of the popular Cherry Blossom Festival. True sign of spring, isn't it? All right, that's our time for today. I hope you will join us tomorrow. We'll show you how gas prices are affecting the bottom line for the delivery business, and that pain at the pump is a hard reality. That story tomorrow. Until then, I hope you have a good day. Content segments during Good Day Live paid for by Horizon Health, Stadler & Company Tax Service, the Hoosier Lottery, and First Farmers Bank and Trust.